Somewhere, right now, a team is in their 7th meeting of the week. They are gathered around a whiteboard covered in sticky notes. The air is thick with jargon. They argue over the priority of a user story that no one can clearly define. The project has no fixed scope, no firm deadline, no clear definition of success. They move a few colorful squares on a digital board and call it progress. They call this Agile. I call it worshiping activity while pretending it is progress. The sales pitch says Agile is flexible, adaptive, and collaborative. But in practice, Agile too often means we do not plan. We just start sprinting and hope clarity magically appears. As long as there are ceremonies and 1,000 sticky notes, people feel busy, and busy gets confused with productive. If you question the lack of an actual plan, you are told you do not understand Agile. Translation: they would rather keep running in circles than answer hard questions about scope, cost, and schedule. It is a performance of productivity. The room smells like dry erase markers and stale coffee. The Kanban board is a rainbow of tasks, in progress, blocked, ready for review. It looks impressive from a distance. Up close, the tasks are vague. Refactor the user service. Improve the UI. Improve it how? Refactor it for what purpose? No one has a good answer. The goal is not to complete the project. The goal is to keep the board looking busy. An addiction to the feeling of movement. A comforting illusion. Clarity does not emerge from chaos. It comes from discipline, hard choices, and clear thinking. You have seen this story. The project runs and runs, sprint after sprint, increment after increment. The finish line is a blurry, distant concept. It is not defined by a customer's need or a business outcome. In my world, it ends when someone in finance finally turns off the money faucet. Work stops not because it is complete, but because the budget is exhausted. Then it is declared a success because it delivered within budget, which really means the bank account hit zero. That is not success. That is attrition against the treasury. A real finish line is a clear, measurable objective. The moment the software solves the problem it was designed to solve. Too often the work stops because the tap is shut off. No one asks if it works or if anyone wants it. Every sprint demo includes a slide about value. Value has become a sacred, meaningless word. In theory, it means we delivered something useful to a real, paying customer. Their life is better. Their job is easier. In practice, value now means whatever the team managed to get done in the last 2 weeks. It is a label we slap on any activity to make it sound important, and to justify the budget. Wireframes? Value. A half-working prototype? Value. Discovering our initial assumption was wrong. Rebranded as validated learning. Also value. Meanwhile, the customer did not get a working feature or a better experience. They just paid for our team to learn how to do its job. We turned our learning curve into a billable expense, selling discovery and experimentation as features the customer should fund. Good teams do their homework cheaply and quickly. Bad teams embed discovery inside expensive sprints. Fancy language hides poor preparation. The result is waste. Cycles spent building throwaways. Customers watch a parade of prototypes that never become products. We call it value, and the meter keeps running. We ship something early. We call it a minimum viable product. It used to mean the smallest thing that could actually deliver value. Now it is a license to ship broken, unfinished work. We tell users it is just a beta. Their feedback is valuable. What we are really doing is making them unpaid QA. They find the crashes, the broken links, the confusing workflows. We promise to fix it in later sprints. Later sprints need more funding. Future fixes become a steady stream of change orders and upsells. A brilliant model if your goal is to monetize incompetence. Ship the problem, then build to fix it. Want the promised feature? New stories, a few more sprints, a fresh invoice. That is not delivering value. It is monetizing poor planning and shoddy execution. It erodes trust. Customers pay for working software, not to be experimented on. When products crash, lose data, or fail their promise, customers feel tricked. Ship early and iterate becomes an excuse for lack of discipline, pushing consequences onto the people who fund us. To be clear, Agile ideas are not the problem. Iteration and feedback matter. Collaboration matters. The problem is using Agile as a shield against accountability, against planning, against discipline. When Agile becomes a buzzword that excuses endless meetings, fuzzy goals, and broken releases, it stops being a delivery framework and becomes a very expensive way to avoid hard decisions. Disciplined teams plan, de-risk, and deliver. That is the difference. If you are funding Agile projects, stop accepting activity as a substitute for outcomes. Demand clear objectives, real planning, and an honest definition of done. Ask when it will be finished and how success will be measured. If your Agile delivers more meetings than features, call it what it is: expensive chaos with nicer vocabulary. Then fix it.